So I just got this big bowl of full, bone broth. Um, what I used was a few bones, um, bigger bones, not like goat or lamb. I used bone marrows, like big soup bones. They were called soup bones. I got it from Sobeys. Anyways, here you can see me getting rid of all the fat, and I'm gonna separate this fat. And I was actually thinking, because I'm very good at recycling stuff and I hate wasting like any part of anything. And I know this is fat and everything, but I was just thinking, couldn't we utilize this? Like we could incorporate these into like fire starters. You know how people make fire starters with lard? Crisco, like the fat. Crisco is like lard or fat, whatever you call it, right? Shortening. It's vegetable shortening, right? So this is just like meat. This is all the bad stuff that comes out of the soups, because it's all fat. And I mean, this will give you a heart attack. I remember my mom saying every time we ate bone broth, she would say just have a glass of warm water afterwards, after finishing your dinner, because she said that all the fat would melt, and how important it was to do that, because you don't want, this is a recipe for a heart attack, I guess, if you may. So this is all the fat that we're getting rid of right now. And you can see now the bones, definitely beef bones, because they're a lot bigger. Now the marrow is inside. You can see the marrow, right? How did I make the broth? I'm gonna tell you how I made it. I actually put about I'm gonna show you in 1 second what I used. You can see these leaves. I just had a couple of collard greens at home, so I just put that in. And I did not use a stove top to cook my broth. I actually used an instant pot, which I find saves me a lot of time. Sometimes I'm multitasking. I'm in and out of the house. I'm running my errands. I'm going out. I got things to do. I got, errands to run. So what I do is I just take, actually you can put ginger and garlic, but I didn't do that because I will do that afterwards. So all I had was some carrots and any vegetables that you can find in your fridge, right? You can put onion, you can put anything you want. So this is all the stuff that comes out of the bones, like from the stuff is all like the stuff that's around the bone. Let me show you another bone here. You see this is a big bone too, right? So yeah, lots of boiling. Just boil all this water. How much water do I need? So I have three bones in here. 1, 2, 3, right? Now what I did was I used my Instant Pot. Okay. And how do I know how much I need to fill up is because I don't have the bigger one. This is the smaller Instant Pot, and it says here maximum. See that? This line here, it actually tells you the maximum capacity. Now, if you overfill it sometimes, I find like I don't want to take that chance, but sometimes I have done stuff where it will beep and tell me that my food is burning, and it will be like beep beep burn, and then a message here BURN, like this lights up as BURN, burn. And then that's scary. So I just don't go over the limit. I just put this much water, the last line, and then you can put your vegetables and whatnot. And that's how I make my broth. Hi guys, this video is about making pho, pronounced pho, the soup, Vietnamese soup that is very popular. Now these bags, you can find these bags anywhere in the grocery store. I think, I'm not sure, but I think I got these from either Metro or from one of those Sobeys grocery stores. I'm in Canada. I have no idea why this has the US flag, but I'm in Canada. So now these are pre-packed with all the good stuff. Like all the good stuff is in here, and when you're boiling your water, making your broth, all you do is put this in. You don't need any spices, right? Now what I'll be using today is I'll be making pho from scratch, so I don't really need all this, but it's awesome. It smells great, and it always has my soups tasting like really, really good, right? So I have my grill hot right now. I'm using the Jack LaLanne lean mean fat reducing grilling machine. So anyways, I got this at the thrift store for like $8 and I love it. It works. There's nothing wrong with it. I think the only thing missing is the tray, but that's fine. We won't be grilling any oily or greasy stuff in here. So let's start. The first thing we're gonna need is 2 pieces of garlic. These 2 pieces of garlic, I have them cut already, sliced, and I'm gonna put them here. You hear that sizzle. Now these are some mushrooms. You can use them if you like. I'm someone who cannot live without mushrooms. I have some onions here that are also, I already cut them up in pieces, and I'll just throw them in here, and they're gonna get grilled. And last thing we're gonna do is the scallions. This is just one piece of scallions. So I'm just making 1 cup of soup for myself. If you're making 2 cups, go ahead and double up all these measurements. Okay, I've already prepared my broth, but I did not add any spices to the broth. So right now my broth was in the freezer, in the fridge. So I was trying to separate the fat. And all this is going to be added to my broth. Let me just close this. And okay. Now these are the spices you need. These are some coriander seeds. Just depending on what kind of taste you want. I don't mind coriander. You know, I'm Indian. I grew up eating coriander and stuff like that. So these spices are totally okay with me. For 1 bowl of soup, I would just use a small stick of cinnamon. But go ahead and use more if you're making 2 cups, right? Use 2 cinnamon sticks. And then I'm going to use this. It's called star anise. It's star shaped, and we actually make, when I make my chicken biryanis, I add these to the chicken biryani, and it tastes really, really good. Now these are black cardamoms. These are not the white one, the small ones, but these are the bigger ones, okay? And 2 cloves and just 2 peppercorns. Now you're also going to roast these. So while my stuff is grilling in here, okay, while my stuff is grilling in here, I'm just going to put all these, find like a way to put all these. So I put all my spices in here and let it roast. I'm going to close this lid. Let's open up and see what's going on in here. Woo! Nice. So just a recap of the stuff we're doing. I put in a piece of nice beef here because I want to top up my pho soup with that. And this is just some onions, all of the stuff. Okay, now this was the broth that we cooked, and now we're gonna just take everything in here and start putting it in our broth, including all this. I also bought this, but I didn't really like it. It wasn't giving me that authentic soup flavor, the faux soup flavor that I'm looking for. I don't know. Guys, pho or pho? Please correct me. Pho. Sorry. Pronunciation is not my thing when it comes to like other languages. For adding all your spices, your broth should look something like that. But don't forget, this is cold broth. We still have to put this inside the Instant Pot. I'm gonna put it in for maybe like another 20 minutes. I'm not gonna cook this all the way. It's already been cooked for like an hour. So here we are with the final results of my soup. As you can see, these gigolo things are, they're all the marrows that I was able to get off the bones. I needed a knife to do that. These are all the marrows, right? I know my broth looks a little dark. I don't know why actually. Anyway, so this is some rice, vermicelli, and I can put a little bit of it inside. I have taken it off the heat. I'm using this Korean clay pot. Thanks to Mangchi, I watch a lot of her videos and I give her a lot of credit because I've learned a lot from Mangchi, and she's my favorite YouTuber. So I'm not a big fan of noodles, but for the sake of this video, I have bought like some noodles and I will put them in. I do like my food with rice, white rice, or tofu. So I have some tofu here, and I know you guys probably think it's not compatible, but I love this form of protein, so I'm just gonna put one in so that you guys don't laugh at me. So that's just how it is. Sorry, I'm not really inclined towards noodles. It's not really my thing. It never has been. I hate noodles. So I like my pho without the noodles. So this smells really good. Go ahead and garnish this with some coriander leaves or some parsley. Sorry, cilantro. I didn't mean to say coriander leaves. Cilantro. And the only thing I have right now at home, I don't even have those bean sprouts actually. They give me a lot of gas. So bean sprouts and me do not agree. So I'm just going to go ahead with some lime. And I will just squeeze that in. And that's exactly how I like to eat my pho. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. I'm not a chef, but I like to experiment and I cook almost every day of my life. So it's something I enjoy doing. I think cooking is such a therapeutic thing, and like it's so good for you. I love cooking, and I would never eat outside. Like I would eat sometimes, but not all the time. I just love cooking. It's something I enjoy doing. So please subscribe and comment, and please let me know what kind of videos would you like to see. I can cook almost everything. So good luck and enjoy your soup. Stay safe. See you